I don't know if this is going to be a very triggering topic for some of us, but if it is, do not worry. Again, we're going to be doing guided meditation, and we're going to be doing an EFT session to help us call in that energy of abundance. So just really come to have a good time, you know. How was your day yesterday? Let me know how your day was for you. Yesterday we focused on our health and the importance and the gift it is to have it, no matter what condition we may be in. So I would love to know how that felt for y'all at towards the end of the day. Because I know for me, let me tell you something. I was exhausted yesterday. I was so tired. Oh my goodness. It was a journey. Yeah. Alexa, pause the music. It was a journey. Yesterday I was very, very tired. I actually ended up going to this Founders Day in Philadelphia, which was really insightful, very cool thing to do. And I got dressed up and all that good stuff. And it was nice to get dressed up. You know, I'm very much a beauty practitioner, so I love to, you know, any chance I get to shapeshift, I'm like, I'm there, right?
Today is Wednesday, May 22nd.
Thank you, Alexa. It feels like every time I hop on here, she's like, oh my gosh, this is the perfect time to talk to you. And I'm like, girl, we just had a whole conversation before this live. We just had a whole conversation. But yeah, I take any opportunity I can to shapeshift. It was so much fun, you know, getting dolled up. I went out with my sister and our friend, and we met really cool people that are just looking to shift the world forward. It was really amazing. But I was also having a flare, and like I was in so much pain at the same time. And I kept saying, the gift of health, the gift of health, the gift of health is keeping me alive. And it definitely helped. It definitely reminded me, like, girl, it's good to feel things in your body, even if it is painful sometimes. So it was a very, I don't even know if I want to say the word trying, but it was a very interesting day. It was very interesting for me and my health. But I'm happy to have made it through. I got home, I run myself down, I went immediately to sleep. And yeah, so keep those prayers and good vibes up for me, please, and thank you. Okay. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Grand Rising. Hi, Goddess Mo. You was very tired too. Yes, but I also remember too. Again, there's a full moon happening in Sagittarius, literally on the 24th. Okay, and that is to what is that tomorrow or Friday, y'all? I really don't know what day it is. Let me check my other phone. Okay, it's in 2 days, right? So it's going to be super important that you guys are staying hydrated. And I will definitely say yesterday I did not drink as much water as I normally do. And I do feel like that was part of the fatigue that I experienced. But you want to make sure that you are drinking a lot of water. Sagittarius energy is the sister energy to Gemini energy. And it's all about adventure. It's all about motion, okay? It's all about going out and exploring and adventure, things like that. So please, drink your water, get your rest. If you find that if you're more tired than you normally are, it could really honestly be the moon. Normally it's the moon for me. Okay, let's see. Spoke to me in my recovery so much. I had to go back to sleep. Ooh, Gloria, yes. I love when I listen to something or I have like a good meditation or EFT session and I'm a little sleepy afterwards. So I'm like, ooh, my body's ready to process and reset. Let me go to bed. So I'm happy you were able to do that. More connected to my body though. Yes, Nadia. I had a great day yesterday. I laughed a lot with my friends. Tried to eat healthy. I love this for you, Bentley. Hi, Amy. Oh my goodness. I was actually I hope you got my messages on Insight Timer. It's so good to see you. Michelle. Is Vita here? Is Vita here? Oh, Vita, if you're here, I didn't see your name. Hi, Charlie. How are you? Hi, Bren. Hi. Oh, yes, Vita, I see you. Okay, I see you. Good morning. Actually, I have more energy, but by the end of the day, tired. Yes. But then I'm reminding myself, you know what? I'm grateful to be this tired at the end of the day because it means that I really lived out my day. You know what I mean? Like, I actually did some really fun things. And it may not have been a lot of things. I know a lot of times people are like, oh, you know, when I'm exhausted, it's because I've done like 17,000 things. Like, no. I think I did like 2 things. It was this live and that event. But they were so potent and they were so fulfilling that when I laid my head down and I did my best part of my day, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, there's so much to choose from today. There's so many good moments, and that was exciting. And then I went to sleep on a good note. So yeah, I was exhausted, but it was worth it. Yes. Oh yes. How did your presentation go, Vita? please let us know. Hi, TJ. It's nice to see you too. Yes, energy was purposefully used. Ashe, yeah. Like, I'm just grateful that I was able to use the energy and something that I enjoyed. You know, I feel like when you're tired after doing things that you do not enjoy, that's a different type of fatigue. I think that's fatigue mixed with a little bit of resentment, a little bit of frustration. And I was genuinely at peace and happy with my decision and what it was I was able to cultivate yesterday. The connections that I made, hopping on here with you all, like it just was so beautiful. I really enjoyed myself. Okay, yes, yes, yes. Presentation went well. Students were open to the topic. Okay, putting that good vibration out there. Love that. Oof. Okay, so today is day 5, and today is all about the money, 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 the De Niro's, the Benjamins. Okay, and it is called Magic Money. This is a really fun exercise in the book, and again, I'm gonna drop the book here. Please make sure you guys check out the link in my bio to join the email list. It comes out every week. And it'll have all of the things that I talk about throughout the week. All of the links and everything like that will be there. So if you guys are interested in the card decks that I'm using or any of the books that I reference, I actually have links that you can go and grab the tools from, so that way it's easier for you to streamline everything. Yes, and then I will also leave alternative ways to donate if you so feel like it. And I will also be very transparent. So something that's been happening with Insight Timer is that on Apple's platform for the app, they're taking 30% of all teachers' donations. And these are not like from premium tracks, which would make sense. But this is like from things that you guys are giving from your heart to a teacher because something resonated with you. Apple has decided that they now want 30% of that. So it's something to keep in mind. So if you are able to donate on a different platform, I would encourage it for myself and other teachers because unfortunately until Insight Timer and Apple figured this thing out, and Insight Timer have been going to bat for us. I'm very grateful for what they've been doing. And I think it's such a good thing to speak about since we're talking about money anyway. But of course, you know, sometimes companies get really big. They get a little greedy. But Insight Timer has been doing their best to figure out how they can combat that because, again, these are donation-based things. These are things that you guys are giving from your heart. And to have then 30% of it go to a major corporation that is not in need of these donations whatsoever is disheartening. So I'm leaving alternative forms of donation in the chat throughout the live to help combat that until we come to a resolution that is beneficial to your teachers. So that's not just for me, that's literally for all your teachers on all different platforms. So if you want to donate. But if you can donate on a different platform, donate on a different platform so that way they can receive 100% of your donation, okay? I'm going to drop this here, and then we're going to talk more about money, which I'm very excited about because I have worked very hard on my money mindset and getting out of poverty consciousness, and it has been a journey. It has been a very, very long journey, but I'm so grateful to now be in a space where I feel deserving of money, where I know that I am worth having money, right? And that money loves me, money is attracted to me, money wants to be around me because money allows, when money's with me, money's having a good time. That's also a very true statement, okay? When money's with me, we're out and about, we're having a good time, you know, we're enjoying friends, we're having new experiences, we're traveling, and you do need money to do that. But a lot of times people come to this space and we're just thinking like, oh my God, I don't have enough money. I don't have enough money. And when you have that mentality, right? And we spoke about this, maybe like day 1, we talked about the language that we use because there's a book. Let me drop it in the chat before I say it. I think it's My Wand is My Word, or My Word is My Wand. Florence Scovelson. Sorry guys, my caps is doing whatever it wants to do. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's the name of the book. Okay, My Word is My Wand by Florence Scovelson. She's one of the OG manifestors, by the way. She was out here doing things before Napoleon Hill, and somebody was inspired and did not give proper credit, Mr. Hill. But Florence Scovelson has been out here for a very long time talking about the importance of our word. Our word is our bond. Our word is our wand, right? So what we say wields a lot of power. We're not just saying random things all the time. It's so important that when you're on your journey of transforming your life, transforming your well-being, transforming your money, whatever it is that you're looking to shift, it's very important that you are conscientious of the words that you're using, right? So if we're saying things like, oh, I'm broke or I don't have it, what we're doing is calling more of that experience in. Because the truth is, what we're experiencing right now is the past, right? Like it's very interesting. I don't know if you guys study like quantum physics and things like that, but this moment that we just had no longer exists, right? It's in the past. So in the past you had that experience, but when we're speaking into our future. So it's very important that I just got my notification from my prayer circle. I love y'all. uh, it's very important that we are mindful of what it is that we say and how we say it, right? So when I was first starting off with like shifting out of poverty consciousness, I had to be very mindful of like, oh no, it's not that I am broke, right? Because again, I am, right? That is the self. I'm identifying to this thing that I'm attaching I am to. So if I say I am beautiful, I'm identifying to the energy and frequency of beauty, right? So if I say I am broke, right? And it's so even weird for me to say, like, oh God, it kind of freaks me out. But if I say that, then I'm saying I am identifying with the energy of lacking, of not having, which is ultimately what you don't want, right? It's not what you want to experience. But so often we reaffirm that experience for ourselves, and then we think that that's all there is, when in fact that's not the case. Literally, money can come from anywhere and everywhere. And when you're allowing yourself to expand your consciousness to receive money in different forms, money will come to you in different forms. So one of the basic things that they talk about in this practice is that money is energy. Money is energy. That's it. Because ultimately, the dollar bills, right, whatever coins are being used, they only have value because we have collectively agreed that there's value to it. But if we decided that there's no longer value to it, and I think we have started to see this in the world globally when it comes to at least the US dollar, right? They started to be like, oh yeah, we don't like how y'all are moving with your money, so we're about to devalue your dollar bill. Nothing has changed to the dollar bill. It's still a dollar bill. It's the energy and the acknowledgement attached to the money that has shifted, and now the dollar bill is less than what it was in certain countries. Okay, so like that's a clear sign that it has to be an agreement amongst us as a society for things to have value. And when you can really lock into that understanding, it allows you to shift your mindset and be like, oh, I think I can be a bit more flexible when it comes to my finances, right? Let me check, make sure I'm catching up with you all. Amy will get back to you today. Have so much to share with you. I love this. Hi, Vita. I love seeing your name, Lauren. I've known about this and didn't know what to do about it. Okay, Lauren, tell me more. Pamela, hey. What other platform? Okay, so I've dropped them in there. If you guys just scroll through, you'll be able to see it. Oh, you're talking about the 30% thing for Insight Timer. Yeah, it's just Apple being Apple. Being so messy, but it's fine. It's fine. Good morning, Pamela. If you donate after Apple doesn't take any money is what I told. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Vita, for that clarification. Good morning. Hi, Tatiana. Good morning. Shantae, I hate today. Shantae, what happened? How are you feeling? Yeah, please let us know, but also be mindful of the space, right? So for some of us, it's very early in the morning. So if it's something that's pretty heavy on your heart and you feel like you need a little bit of like one-on-one attention, you can reach out to me in DM or in the group chat. Because I want to make sure that we're not triggering anybody. And if you're feeling like you hate today, that's a very strong feeling to have. And we want to make sure that we're not bleeding that feeling out into the space and into other people's experiences, right? So just be mindful of what it is that you're sharing. And if you need a moment of like, look, I need to really share this, then let's hold space for you, okay? Because your safety is my number one concern in the spaces that we hold today. Okay. So, as I was saying, money is energy, right? So this is the first time that we'll be talking about money. I believe we talk about money 3 more times throughout this practice. Almost every week we'll be having a money practice. And the intention is for you to have gratitude for the money that you have had in the past, the money that you have now, even if it's just a dollar bill, even if it's just a little bit of money, and for the money that you will have in the future. And by cultivating gratitude for the money that you have had, that you have and will have, you actually call in more abundance, right? And she, in the book, she gives great examples of like money's everywhere, money's even at your feet. And she tells you to like refocus yourself to look for money, because you'll notice that, like, you'll walk past like a penny in the street, or like a dime or a quarter, you know, or some type of coin of value. And so often we walk past it and we're just like, oh, whatever, like it's of no value. When in fact, there's literal money at your feet. Like literally money is at your feet, and it's something to acknowledge, right? Whether you pick it up or not is your business. But whenever I see it, I like to say thank you, right? And just remind myself, like, wow, I'm literally walking in abundance, right? Now, to some people, they might just be like, that's just a penny, that's really nothing. But if you're already devaluing money and you don't have enough money to devalue, the math is not math. It does not help you to experience more, right? The point is to be grateful for what it is that you get to experience and what it is that you have. And in you doing that, you will receive so much more, right? I can remember having moments where I'm walking past pennies, and then next thing you know it, I think I had found like several $20 bills just like on the floor. Nobody was around. I'm looking around and see someone drop. They were just there. And I'm just like, thank you, universe. Right? Because anything can happen. I've gotten random checks in the mail, something that she speaks about as well too. Rebates. When someone pays for something for you, gifts are a form of money. It's a form of exchange. I can't tell you how often I'll like walk somewhere and somebody's like, oh, let me get this for you. And I'm just like, oh, that's like very sweet and kind. And I know it's the universe affirming me and saying, yes, money is energy. Money is all around you. And it also reminds me that money doesn't just come from my stream of income. It doesn't just come from my work. It doesn't just come from you all donating. It doesn't just come from my podcast. It doesn't just come from the classes that I teach or the speaking gigs. Like, money can come literally from anywhere at any moment in time. And it happens so much more often than you realize. And once you're able to refocus your gaze on the fact that money can pour in from anywhere, you start to see money really pour in from anywhere. One of the things that I love to talk about, I think it was like 2 years ago, I was experiencing a gap in my in my money flow, and I was stressed out. I'm over here crying to my sister, boo-hooing. I'm like, girl, I don't understand. I feel like I'm doing everything I can. I'm showing up. I'm creating this. I'm doing this. I'm doing this. And like nothing is giving. Like I'm at the point where like I don't know if I'm gonna be able to pay my bills, whatever. And she's just listening to me. My sister is actually one of the most kindest human beings in the world, but she's very direct and very like matter of fact, which I appreciate, because sometimes I can be very like dramatic. I have a flair for drama, because it's exciting in my life, but drama in a good way, not like in a messy, toxic way. I just sometimes like to, add a little flair. And I'm telling her, I'm just like, I don't know how I'm gonna get through this. Like like really crying and feeling honestly defeated, feeling a disconnection from my abundance of love, my abundance of hope, my abundance of bliss, my abundance of finances, right? And she was like, if you're having such a deep emotional connection to not having it, how are you going to get more? Because right now it's consuming everything around you. And I was like, it is consuming everything around me. And she was like, yeah, knowing you, once you just kind of accept the moment and release it, money's just gonna fall into your lap. And I was just like, I don't know, girl. Like, I want to believe you because I believe this too. But right now, the feeling is so heavy and it's so apparent in my bank account that I don't have what it is that I need to survive, right? And usually that's where we get triggered, is that our survival comes into play. And then we start to think less about being abundant and more about being impoverished. It's just a natural thing, brain chemistry, right? So I was like, you know what, you're right though. My belief matters. What I believe in matters, and I'm going to shift it. I'm going to accept the fact that that's how I felt, but that's no longer how I feel, because I don't want to bring that feeling into the future. I kid you not, the next day I woke up to an email letting me know that I had won. I had applied to this Google Black Creator Incubator months ago and completely forgot about it, which is normally how you get your blessings, by the way. It's not when you like harp on them and suffocate the dream. It's usually when you set it and have trust that universe, source, whatever you call on to, is going to provide it for you and going about your business. So I completely forgotten that I had applied to that thing. And I woke up the next morning and they told me I received the grant for $10,000. And I say this story because a lot of times people think that like money can't come from anywhere, that it just doesn't magically appear, but it does. And it has happened quite often for me. That's just one story. And it's happened a lot for me. And I hope and I pray that I continue that vibration so that more of those fun experiences can come from me, because they're so affirming to be at such a low moment energetically and really believing I do not have enough money to survive, right? That I do not have enough money to eat, do these things, and then having something so miraculous happen. It really was the universe being like, thank you for pausing and reconditioning and rewiring and resetting so that I could properly bless you. It was an amazing experience. I just wanted to share that just in case any of us are going through some financial moments where we're like a little stressed out about it. The goal of today's meditation and today's EFT session is to help remind you that money is abundant, money is everywhere, and money comes in different shapes and forms. So today, as you're moving throughout your day, notice how money shows up for you. Okay? Money might be a discount. That's also money coming back to you. Okay? It's also important to know too, and we'll touch on this in a second, level of the money practice, that like even our bills, we look at them as burdens, but really bills are blessings, because they're letting you know, hey, there's this thing that you're exchanging money for that provides some type of ease, or some type of service for you. And we'll talk about that in detail for the second round. Okay, let's see. Apple user here to take 30% anytime you donate on here. Thank you, Goddess Mo. Well, my phone says guided access is disabled, so I can't do anything. Live or not, yeah, I can't do anything. Can you tell me the book title again? Yes. Thank you, Sia. Yes. Your word is your wand, Florence Scovel Shin. Oh, okay. What I want you to do, Shantae, I want you to DM me, okay? That's what I want you to do for me. DM me, and then after the live, we can chat some more through the messages. Okay? Let me see. It's the flare for me. Yes, you know how we are, twin. You know, a little drama. Is there a limit on Apple phone age to donate if you don't like it? I honestly, I don't know, and I think that's also what Insight Timer is trying to figure out too, as to like why are you guys taking the 30% and for what reason? Because I don't think that they were aware of how much was happening until they were doing, you know, their review and realizing like, oh wow, you're not just taking from the premium, right? I have premium tracks that you can pay for that are on Insight Timer, where Insight Timer receives money as well as I do, right? And then Apple's also like, yeah, give me a little some of that, right? But the donations, they were like, these are donations. Like in any other traditional sense, donations would go to the person you're donating it to, right? Like Red Cross is not taking, or they should not be taking a percentage of the donations when it's supposed to be going to someone. So they're trying to figure that out, right? That was me 2 years ago as I started to ascend. Yes, Lavender. Also, hi, happy you're here. This resonates, and it happened. I became more abundant when I shifted. Yes. Love that story. Don't suffocate the dream. Do not suffocate your dreams. Oh my goodness, do not. Like, we get to the point where we're no longer praying for these things, we're worrying about them. And one thing I've learned in my spiritual practice over the years is that prayer and worry are like almost two sides of the same coin, right? Prayer is like, hey, God, source, energy, whoever I'm speaking to, this is a desire that's on my heart, and I am now giving it to you for you to produce this, and if not this, then something better, right? And it's always if not this and something better, by the way, whenever you're manifesting whatever it is, whether it's money, love, whatever. Don't get hyper fixated on the thing you think is best for you, because again, your level of consciousness is actually very limited compared to God, source, universe, love, whoever you call on to, right? Like for me, I'm 33. I have been practicing and shifting my consciousness for the past maybe like 20 years, but like really in my bag, let's say 15 years, right? So like think of a 15-year-old person, right? They have life experience, but they're not as wise and knowing as like the universe, God, source, like that created all things that we're experiencing, right? Like it's not the same. If I'm going to trust a 15-year-old's judgment over the universe, no, right? So ultimately is I think consciously from the work that I've been doing that this is what I want. This is what I need. This is what I deserve. However, if you so see fit to give me more or something in alignment that feels better for me that I'm unaware of, run me that as well. I'm good either way. Here's my baseline, but anything above this, by all means, because you also don't want to limit yourself in what you're receiving, right? This is what we spoke about, being an open receiver. We talked about this in Spirit Hour on Sunday. You want to be an open receiver. So if not this, then something better, or if not this, then something more aligned and for the benefit of myself and all involved. That's how you make sure that everybody wins. Because money also likes the energy of everybody winning, right? And a lot of times people be like, well, there are mean people who have a lot of money in the world. Like, what does that say about them? They don't have a disbelief in money, though. Because again, energy is energy. We decide if it's bad or if it's good. Energy is just energy. The universe is going to say yes to whatever it is that you're asking for. That's why when we say things like I'm broke or, I can't find love or whatever the case is, the universe is like, okay, yeah, sure. Because that's what you believe and that's what you're asking me for. You keep talking about it. So I'll give it to you. I don't think you should have that, but that's your business. This is what you keep asking me for. So the universe will provide you with what you're asking for. That's why it's important to be conscious of your words and to also understand, like, even the people that we deem to not be good people, and I'm pretty sure collectively we could all understand, like, yeah, this is not probably a great person. When you speak to them about money or hear them speak about money and their relationship to it, they truly believe that they're deserving of it. And we live in a world where all things can be true, right? So like if they have that unshakable belief, it doesn't matter how we feel about them. The money's energy is going to come to wherever it is being welcomed, right? If you're worrying about money, that's not welcoming, right? Think about like I like to say like a stressful parent or guardian when they're always worrying about you and you're just like, oh, I don't want to go over there because all they're gonna do is tell me about everything that's going on in the world that's wrong, and I'm just trying to focus on being happy today, right? You don't want to go there. Money's the same way. So if you're worrying about money, money's like, ooh, it doesn't seem like you want me to be around you because you're so focused on me not being there. Let me know when you're ready for me to be back into your life, and I will come. I will come into your life. That's the thing about energy. Once you start to shift it, once you learn how to manipulate it and wield it, you realize like, oh, there are some things that are in my control. There are some things that I can influence with my energy and intention to provide me, a softer way of living or to provide me more happiness, right? Let me make sure I'm going through that right now. Yes, yes, yes. I'm a truck driver and trucking has gotten really bad. Oh, TJ, I want you to remain safe at all times, please. Nia, something I've learned was that money likes to be circulated, not hoarded. Yes, yes. Money does not like it doesn't like stagnancy, but no energy likes stagnancy. No energy, no form of it. Love, health, it does not like being stagnant, right? It needs momentum, it needs movement. Again, energy and motion. We spoke about emotions, right? And how when they get stagnant in the body, it becomes depressive. When it gets stagnant in the mind, it becomes anxiety, anxiousness, right? It needs to move through the entire body. Money, the energy of money is the same way. The energy of love is the same way. The energy of success is the same way. It does not want to be stuck in one place. It likes to move about freely. Think about yourself. Do you like being stuck in one place? No, it feels like you're imprisoned. Like, you're not going to show up and show out if you feel like you can't do nothing else with your life. You're going to be like, oh no, I'm sad. I'm stuck in this space. Where can I go? Money, it doesn't even allow itself to get to that place, which I can really appreciate and hope to aspire to as a human being. But money's just like, oh yeah, what I'm not about to do is be there. Like at all. I'm good. Yeah, you let me know when you're ready. Hi Kelsey, how are you? Like, let me know when you're prepared. Let me know when you're ready to receive me. And then I'll be there for you. But until then, I'm going to go where the vibes are, right? And we have to respect that about all energy, because that is ultimately what we need to be doing ourselves, is going where we are appreciated, going where we are allowed to circulate, where we are allowed to flow, where we're allowed to move and to develop and to evolve. We also as human beings deserve that, right? And energy teaches us that that's what we deserve, and that's how the world works. Okay? Reading. Oh, I actually do have a prayer group. So it's me and like two of my girlfriends. Shout out Sophia and Kiana. They might be on here still. But yes, we have it literally every day. But I was thinking about starting another prayer circle. And when I get more confirmation on that from Source, I will definitely let you know, Michelle, because it's been so fruitful. And we have done one before, but we want to make sure that when we do it, that we're being more mindful, you know? Yes, everything has to flow. Yes, yes, yes. Owner, operator, I know I'm going to have more money come to me soon. Exactly. And just knowing that and believing that and letting it be, right? Like letting it be. Because when we ask too much for one thing, that's when we suffocate a dream. If I'm asking every single day for this thing, it means that I do not trust whoever it is I'm speaking to, God, source, universe, to deliver it. And I'm like, oh, let me remind you. But like, really think about it. You're reminding God. You're reminding the universe. Like, they're not humanly flawed, right? So it's like, I don't need you to, you told me already. I don't need you to remind me, right? For all we know, right? When I'm asking my ancestors, when I'm asking God, when I'm asking the universe for something, I've learned to be like, I'm going to ask you once, and then I'm going to then tune in and listen, right? Because a lot of times you'll ask for something, but you're not meditating afterwards to receive the next nudge. You're not tuned into your body to receive the download of what to do next. Because quite often you get an immediate answer. But we think it's not, if it's not money directly in my hand, then you haven't answered me yet. When in fact, you might have gotten a nudge to create something or a nudge to go to a certain cafe and you don't go because you ignore the nudge. And in that moment, you could have met somebody that would have connected you with something that would have provided you exactly with what you needed, because that's how the universe works, right? It's going to provide you with the resources that you need to have the thing you ask for. But if you're not, if you're so focused on, hey, did you hear me? Did you hear what I said? Like, you're not going to focus on the action, the inspired action that comes up. And again, in the book, Your Word is Your Wand, she also has another book called The Game of Life and How to Play It. And in that book, she talks about following the nudges and how often we don't. And that's why we don't have what we want. Not because it doesn't exist, not because we're not deserving of it, but because we're not paying attention. It's really that simple. Like, just say what you have to say at your altar, at your space, or however you communicate with God, and then go on about your business. And you'd be so incredibly surprised at how fast you get an answer. And I'll give you one example before we jump into today's meditation. This was a few weeks ago, right? And I was still in my dark era. I was in my dark night of the soul moment. And I was just like, you know what? I need to start getting out more. I had this nudge, right? This feeling. And mind you, I'm a homebody. I can stay home all day, every day, with myself, by myself, enjoying my life. It's not a thing for me. And out of nowhere, I'm just like, I need to just see what's happening in the city. So I go to the library site and I'm like, oh, there's this really fun cooking class. And it's a free cooking class. Like, because again, the universe will provide you what you need, right? So if money's an issue for you, it will find a way to make that no longer an issue if it needs you to be there. And that's awesome to remember. That's how alignment works. It will remove blocks so that you can be where you need to be to receive what you need to receive. So if you find that you are being blocked certain ways, you probably need to be going that way, right? So I go to the thing and I asked my friend to come with me because I'm like, again, sometimes I get a little nervous. And I was like, new people, this is so weird. But I love the topic of what we were talking about and the experience sounded really cool. I didn't want to miss out on it. So I bring my friend and we're on the train. We're heading downtown and she's asking me about my podcast. And I'm like, don't ask me about my podcast because, girl, I don't know what's going on. I'm just exhausted from even her saying the word podcast. Because I was thinking about getting rid of my podcast completely and just allowing it to be what it was, right? I have like over 150 episodes. I'm like, that's more than enough. Like, y'all can have that. And I don't have the stamina or the desire to deal with this anymore. Like, I just don't want it, right? So she was asking me about it. And I was like, yeah, I don't know. I'm just in the space of like starting over. And it's just so much I have to navigate. And, I've been getting my life in order, trying to figure out like how to rebuild friendships, how to, handle my grief, how to, work on my body because it's in a different place now. And I was just telling her, she was like, these sound like podcast episodes. And I'm like, no, sounds like my life, like, I don't know where you're going with this. Like, I don't want to be tricked. I simply told you this is not what I want to do. And she was like, yeah, but you just literally listed off like 13 topics. Like, isn't that enough for a season? And I'm like, and I start writing everything down. By the time I got off the train with her, I not only had all 13 episodes of my new season, which will be out in the summer, but like outlines, things like it was completely done. And what that reminded me of is, one, you never know your inspiration from. Two, you have these skill sets and capabilities in you already, right? Even when you feel like you're so far removed from them. It literally flooded out of me, right? Now, that wasn't even the best part of this experience of the universe source answering me. When I get to, because I'm like, well, you know what? I have my 13 episodes, but like, who really wants to listen to it anymore? Like, nobody listens to my podcast. Like, and it's fine. Again, it's not something that I'm like boo-hooing over. It's just something that I'm aware of. So I was like, I don't know, like, whatever, we'll see. I get to the event, and there's this beautiful woman, and she kept like talking, and she was so much fun. I'm like, oh, I gotta connect with her afterwards because I love her energy. And when I connected with her, she was like, are you Lotus? And I'm like, I'm always very surprised when people know me in person. I'm like, yes. She was like, oh my God, I love your podcast. And then like started telling me her favorite episodes. She was telling me how much she loves my Lotus Life deck. And I'm just sitting here like freaking out, like literally freaking out. And if my friend was not recording in the background for like B-roll, she actually caught the moment. And you literally see me like, and it wasn't just her energy that I was responding to. It was like, oh my God, like the universe works in these really wild ways. Because I am not from Philadelphia. I am from New York City. So like mostly I can be in this city and no one knows me at all, which is something I appreciate. So to have someone know me and know me because of my work, and specifically because of my podcast that I was just complaining about and saying I'm not sure I want to do it. Do you see how that alignment works? Like I couldn't have planned that myself. But I simply went to the altar and said, hey, if you still want me to do this podcast, let me know. And the universe let me know. Like, let me know to its completion. And I was grateful to know that I was paying attention enough, right? I was doing the work in the sense of taking care of my body, resting properly, tapping in a community, taking a risk and having a moment of adventure. All of those things allowed me to get to that moment where I had a complete answer. Do you see what I mean when I'm talking about how we show up? It's important the words that we use. It's important the mindset that we have. Otherwise, you will not hear what the universe wants to tell you. You won't hear the answer to your prayers if you're not listening. It's that simple. Okay? Okay. It's a concerted effort. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I'm open to all blessings God might already have for me. Ashe, they do. I was just thinking about that. Yep. Evaluate money mindset, your belief, and your relationship with money. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. I will. Promise. Thank you, teacher. That's important. Lady, money flows to me easily and effortlessly through many sources is one of my affirmations, and I love that for you. That's so good. Please, I want to join. Yes, I will look into the prayer circle, and I'll let you guys know some updates in like the next spirit hour, because maybe we might add that into what we do every week. This is so good. I'm literally taking notes. Amy, I'm so happy. I love this. You are so wise and knowledgeable, Lotus. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. We're going to shout out God and universe on that one, because honestly, I do learn lessons the hard way. I don't suggest that for y'all. I don't want that for y'all. I think that's also part of the reason why I show up in this space and why I share all this information, is that y'all don't have to go through the ups and the downs that I personally went through. I like knowing that I can streamline something for you. That brings me a lot of joy. And I feel like that keeps me in alignment with God, you know? Okay. Letting it be, Ashe Safira. My kid's a drag performer. Love this, Michelle. They were worried that they wouldn't have any gigs this summer. We let that go, and now they're turning down jobs because they don't have the time. I'm telling you, you put it out into the universe, let it go. Go mind your business, right? And I talk about this in my manifestation masterclass. Like, the how is not your business. The how has nothing to do with you. You're doing too much if you're focusing on the how. You need to ask, believe, and receive. And it sounds very simple, but that's 3 things you got to focus on. The how, that's God, that's universe, that's source, that's whoever you call on to. That's their job. You are co-creating with source, with God, with energy, with love. You have things to do. Because 9 times out of 10, if you're working on the how, you haven't really worried about the, you haven't really focused on the asking, the believing, and the receiving. And let me tell you, these are not easy things to do. You have to have a clear, conscious voice in what you're asking for. Many people don't ask for what they want clearly, and that's why they don't receive what they want clearly. Many people don't believe they can have it. If you don't have the belief that you can have it in your life, that there's space for it to exist, you're not gonna have it. And if you don't have the ability to receive, if you are an ultimate giver, if you have an issue with receiving compliments or, receiving gifts, things like that, how are you gonna receive your blessings? Those things are way bigger than that. Like you have things to focus on. The how's not your business. Leave the how to the universe. And once you let go, you focus on those three things and you let go, it just lines up in a way that will probably put you in a space of awe, because the universe, God, source, it's just awing. Like, you're just like, wow, I cannot believe that y'all did it this way. I could have never thought of it being that way. It would have never came to my mind like that, right? Okay, God knows before we even form our lips. Yeah, it really and truly, they already know the vibes. Like, it's just like, I made you. I was there. I know how you move. It's so important. Okay, yes, following our intuition is so important. Yes, Vita. Yes. Oh my goodness, that's so funny. I don't know if you guys heard that, but that's my my money manifestation app just did the cha-ching sound. That's so timely. Okay. Anyway, Michelle, I needed this. I feel stuck and divinely found you. I'm so happy you're here, Michelle. Say that again. Kelly, Pam, we're feeling so blessed, booked, and busy. Oh my goodness, I love this for you, Michelle. This is like really warming up my heart. And I'm calling in that energy myself, okay? Right, I might tap out this one. I'm feeling very tired. It's almost 10 here. It's not because I'm... Ben, please, Bentley, do what feels best for you. You already know. Whatever you can receive, okay? And I know we've been talking about this for a long time, too. So I'm going to jump into the meditation after reading the comments, okay? I learned not to repeat the prayer. It was already released, and I trust my prayers are being heard and supported by the universe. Yes, lady. Michelle, I would go if I lived closer. Me too. I call those nudges, spirit speaking to me. Yes, Faith, same. Sometimes it does not make sense. Most times for me, it doesn't make sense. I'm like, why do I need to go here? Why? And the universe is just like, it's either you're going to do it or you're not, But spirit is source, and it has the bigger picture. It really does. They may be performing in Chicago with a friend. Oh, I love this. LOL, that's how I be listening. That's like, wait. LOL, that's how I be. Who's listening to me? My mom always says, if you touch one person, that still matters. That's all that matters, right? And honestly, that one person could be you. Sometimes just showing up for yourself, and that's the blessing in there, okay? Okay, it's all energetic. Yes, Lavender, your guides. You guys are really doing this. Oh, you live in Philly now, so I will meet you one day. Yes, TJ, please, let's. I'm fighting to get out of my head. The ticker tape won't stop long enough for me to listen. Can you share your podcast? Yes, I can. I actually renamed it, so this is the name of the podcast. But all the episodes are still up there. The new season hasn't come out yet. Give me ears to hear and eyes to see and an open heart. Ashe, Kelly, that's a beautiful prayer. That in itself is a beautiful prayer. The how or the when. Yep. Yeah, it's not your business. It's really not your business. I'm connected to divine source of all things. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're all in alignment. I love this. So while we're in this vibration, let's jump into the meditation so I can continue to respect y'all's time. I know when I talk about money, it is something I can really talk about for days, for hours. But again, the point is to be respectful. Okay, we're going to switch some things out really quickly. While I'm doing this, go ahead and take a sip of water, because we just processed a lot of information. And money is a big topic for a lot of us, right? And I'm going to do the same thing because I have my water. Yes, and if you want to do the practice that's in the book, essentially what she does is she has you write down a prayer and an affirmation on a dollar bill, and you put that in your wallet. And I still have mine in my wallet. I don't know where my wallet is, though, otherwise I would show y'all. But you write it down on there. Actually, if you guys stay towards the end, I'll go. I have like a little money altar, and I'll go and I'll show you guys my dollar bill and what it says on it. And you just keep it in your wallet, and it helps to magnify your abundance and remind you that you always have it. So like no matter what, that's the $1 bill that you don't spend, right? It just stays there. And once you receive a lot of abundance and you feel like you're in a space financially that makes sense for you, then if you want to put it on your altar, or if you want to go and spend it in a sense of now giving this thing that helped you anchor your money consciousness and now passing it on, right? Circulating it intentionally, not out of desperation, because that's very important, then you can go ahead and do that. Okay? Okay. Put this on. Let me know how y'all are feeling. And again, thank you so much for allowing me to just like chit chat. Yeah. Use whatever type of form of money you have in the country that you're in, obviously. Like for me, it's a dollar bill, but whatever it is that you can write on, just make sure you're able to write on it with a Sharpie. And you're writing on the edges of it. So you're not essentially defacing the money, you're just simply writing your affirmation on it. So when you see it, you'll say it and you'll remember. Okay? Michelle, okay, good luck on your appointment. Love it. I have money in my altitude. Me too. I appreciate you, Bridget. Okay, good. Yes, dollar bill signs. I love this. Okay, perfect. Let's do our meditation for today. Here we go. All right, are you guys ready to begin? Let me know. Just do some hearts so that I know to start. Okay, all right, perfect. Let's begin. Okay. Cash confetti, a visualization meditation. Welcome to this guided meditation where we'll tap into the magic of gratitude to invite abundance into our lives, especially in the realm of money. In this moment, I want you to find a comfortable position, whether that's lying down or sitting in full lotus. Maybe it's walking around your space mindfully. Give yourself a moment to center. Begin by focusing your breath, allowing your breath to align with the moment, letting it become slower, more steady. And as you breathe in, there we go. With each inhale, imagine drawing in a calm feeling, the sensation flooding the body as you inhale. And on that exhale, letting go and coming home to the body, coming home to this very moment. Releasing any tension or any resistance you may be holding on to in the body. As we allow another inhale, breathing in, filling up the lower belly, activating our sacral chakra that helps rule our relationship to money. Breathing up into the heart space. And exhale, letting go, softening. If there's any space in the body where there's tension, where there's discomfort, give yourself your next breath to breathe into that space, to send love to that discomfort. And on the exhale, imagine it melting away, dissolving into nothingness. Leaving your body feeling safe, feeling aligned, feeling grounded. As we delve into the power of gratitude for money, keep in mind that feeling worried, envious, or doubtful about money only serves to block its flow in our lives. Allow a deep inhale, breathing in. Exhale, letting go. When any of those feelings come up, use the power of your breath to release them from your mind, body, and spirit. Just like money, breath is not stagnant. It needs to be utilized intentionally. Breathing in from the lower belly, expanding to the lower back, taking it up into the heart space, and exhale, letting go, releasing, and softening. On your next inhale, imagine money as an abundant energy, almost like the leaves on a tree or confetti, endless and everywhere. Imagine it coming into your body, into your existence, flooding you with this feeling of abundance, having more than you could ever need, having so much more you can give it away. And on that exhale, release, give it away. Begin to circulate your energy the same way that you would circulate money. Continue to breathe in this feeling of abundance, calling it in, calling in the feeling of money, the sensation of it. And on your exhale, letting it go, trusting that it'll come back to you in that next very breath. And continue that flow throughout this practice. Now bring your attention to your sacral chakra, located in your lower abdomen. This energy center is closely tied to our relationship with money and abundance. As you focus there, visualize a warm, golden light radiating from this area, cleansing and energizing your connection to wealth and abundance. As you breathe in, watch that golden light expand outward with ease. And on the exhale, have it come home to the body, re-energizing. Inhale, expanding that golden light, cleansing and removing anything that no longer serves you. And exhale, coming home to the frequency of abundance. Give yourself a moment to reflect on your past, recalling instances where money was provided for you, even as a child. Maybe there was food for you to eat, clothes on your back, ways for you to get to school, being able to attend school, receiving books or toys or trips. This is all forms of abundance. And we are able to recognize it in our past, no matter how small or big we may feel it is. We remember that we have been in the frequency of abundance. We have been in the frequency of money. And once we have had that frequency, we can always find our way back to it. With each memory, inhale and feel sincere gratitude for what you are able to experience when it comes to abundance. And on every exhale, say the magic words, thank you, for every instance of financial support and access to abundance you've received throughout your life. From simple pleasures to life's necessities, acknowledge the countless ways money has enriched your life. Feel gratitude welling up within you, knowing that by appreciating the money you received in the past, you're opening the door to even greater abundance in the future. This is your true foundation when it comes to money. From universe, source, God, whoever you call on to, they have always provided it for you. On your next inhale, commit to releasing the urge to complain or criticize the flow of money in your life. And as you exhale, embrace the ideas and the feelings that lead to more financial gain. The feelings that allow you to feel good, to feel blessed, to feel joyful, to feel hopeful, to feel at ease, softening the body, softening the shoulders, softening the jaw, dropping your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Be present in this feeling. Let this feeling of gratitude become familiar for you. Let the frequency of gratitude and the frequency of abundance come together within you, elevating your baseline, opening up your heart, opening up your mind, opening up your energy to receive the abundance that is just for you. Build up a genuine expression of gratitude, knowing that each moment presents an opportunity to multiply your wealth through the power of feeling grateful. Allow another inhale, breathing in, settling into this new frequency. Exhaling and remaining centered in what you know to be true. Release any blockages or resistance that still may be stored. Feel a sense of lightness and openness as you bask in the abundance of gratitude. For more money in your life, from your past, in the present, and for the future. And when you are ready, you can gently open your eyes or refocus your gaze, carrying this sense of gratitude with you as you continue your day. And remember, abundance flows where gratitude goes. Thank you so much for doing this guided meditation with me. And let me know how you're feeling in the comments below. There we go. How are we feeling? Let me know. Okay. And make sure you drink some water, okay? Yay! That was releasing. I love this, Kelly. Feeling full. Yes. Feeling wonderful. I love this, TJ. Peaceful. Yes, Lady D. Grateful for this reminder. Thank you. Thank you, Faith, for being here with me. I am victorious. Yes, you are, Gloria. I could not agree more. Grateful. I love this, Michelle. I'm feeling light, encouraged, ready. Yes, yes, yes. Nadia, that was so powerful, tuning into the feeling of abundance. And I want you to remember that it's already within you, okay? Like, you were able to tune in because you've experienced it before. We just needed a reminder that it exists within us. That's it. I feel like I was completely unaware of my relationship with abundance and money until this talk. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm so happy, Ward, and I'm happy to see you. How are you? Relaxed and grateful. This is a great meditation. Get started to my morning. I love this lady. Feeling grateful and abundant. Yes, Goddess Mo. I'm still so stuck in anxiety about money. I'm in a panic and I can't seem to get out of it. Lisa, no worries, because we're going to be doing EFT literally in the next few seconds. And that's going to break up that stagnant energy for you. Okay? Do not worry. Feeling like this is entirely possible. I was sending dollar bills to all of my nieces and nephews. Ooh, I love that. I like to look at it where whenever I see leaves on the tree, I think that that's money. I'm like, wow, there's so much money in the world. Because if people can own billions of dollars, money exists, okay? And I love to look at trees and look at nature and look at the abundance of every petal, of every leaf, and envision like there's money all around me. I actually even have a money manifestation playlist on Spotify, and I will drop that. I can't drop the link, but my name is on Spotify. I think you guys can find me this way. And then you'll be able to see the playlist. But I play it. There's a song by Chloe and Haley that's called Money Everywhere. And it literally just says, like, I have money everywhere, falling from the trees. I have money everywhere, feel it in the breeze. Like, it's just such a fun song. It's reminding you, like, oh, it's really everywhere. It's such a vibe. Yeah, and I have different manifestation playlists for you guys too that you guys can check out. Everything is, of course, free. I just want you guys to have access to it. Okay, I found myself here this morning in a fortunate place with money, but stayed because of your spirit energy. Chris, thank you. I appreciate that. I got the end of it. Do you have any meditations on this on Insight Timer? I will have all meditations for the 28 days released on Insight Timer. I'm just editing them. So I'm recording them in the moment. I'm going to go back, edit them, make sure that the sound quality is good, all the things, and they'll be released on Insight Timer soon, okay? Such a great reminder that if we've been in the frequency of abundance in the past, we can tap back in. Always. Once you've experienced it, once you can tap back in. And if you can experience all the bad things in life over and over again, like we tend to do, why can't we do that for the good things, right? I'm helping my daughter financially now, and I feel so grateful to do it. I don't worry about money for the future. I've lived on limited income. I love that you're able to help and support your family, Kelly. The confetti and tree leaves visualization is so cool. Yeah, confetti, money coming down, and the feeling that comes with confetti, right? It's also the sensation of it, where it's just like, oh, when you see confetti, you think excitement, you think celebration. Yeah, it's a celebration to have money in your life, to be able to afford the things that you want to afford, to be able to afford the things that you need to survive, for the things that you need to enjoy life. Like, there is something to celebrate, even if you do not have it in the 3D world just yet, right? So important. Okay, okay. You've been an unexpected wake up call for me each time I see you. Ward, I'm so happy. Thank you. Those are wonderful thoughts about the trees and money. It's so true. Money does grow on trees. Literally. I used to, like, my mom used to be so stressed out with me. Once I learned where money came from, I'm like, is paper? Trees? And she's like, no, girl. I'm like, no, it's giving that it does grow on trees. It's giving I was don't live in my abundance. Don't live in my abundance. And reminding ourselves of that too. Money does actually come from trees. So that saying money doesn't grow on trees is literally just us psyching ourselves out and disconnecting from our abundance, okay? Let's see. Money flows quickly. Money flows to me. A lyric from an affirmation playlist. I think that I have that one on my playlist, Amy. I think I have that one on my playlist. Okay, beautiful. I found the podcast, but can't find the playlist. Okay, another name that I have on there is this on Spotify, but it should be. And if you give me like today, and then I'll just link it to the last podcast episode. I'll just link all of my playlists, my Spotify playlist to that last episode, so it'll be easy for y'all to find. But then, of course, too, please make sure you're signed up in the email list. The link is in my Insight Timer, so that way I can send things, because I'll send the links and all those things like that to you probably on Saturday, because I try to send out an email once a week to not overwhelm people, because I know y'all get a lot of emails. Okay? My husband had just recently decided to retire, and I've been so excited but worried about income. This totally changed my perspective. Yes, the fact that you're even able to retire is a blessing in itself. It really does show you that money is abundant, right? Rahel, I love your input, dear. Oh, thank you. Often feel uncertain about leaving the how to the universe. Yeah, me too. I'm a bit of a control freak, honestly, Rahel. Like, sometimes I was like, I don't know if you can do it. But then I have to remind myself, like, if the universe created all things, including self, I feel like it has a better handle on it than I do. Because if I had a good handle on it, I wouldn't be worried. You know, that's how I look at it personally. I'm about to change my career path. How actively should I be searching for a job? I feel like do the things that feel good for you. And I know that sounds very stressful. And again, I shifted my career last year. I took a sabbatical and I was stressed out for a moment and had to remind myself that being in the energy of stress is not going to help me call in a job. And it definitely will not have me call in a job that is going to help me to survive and live a good life, right? Because abundance is also feeling good, right? You can have all the money in the world and feel like a horrible person, right? You need both in order to enjoy your life. You need the money as much as you need to feel good and know who you are. Because when you don't know who you are and you have money, you do very interesting things with money. Things that send bad energy out into the world. It's not that the money is bad, it's that the person is not grounded enough and has this level of abundance and is now doing whatever the hell it needs to do to try to feel something. So I always say go with the feeling first, and if it's feeling really good, it'll lead you to where it is that you need to be. But anytime you get a little stressed out over it, if you're clocking in and you're doing your research and at any moment you start to feel frustrated, I would pause in that moment and do something fun and come back to it. Because usually the frustration is an opportunity for you to pause, to recalibrate, to talk back to universe, source, whoever you call on to, and they'll give you a guide, they'll give you a nudge. Okay? And each person is different, so again, you might have to play around and see what works for you. Okay. Oh, y'all, thank you so much for the donations. Thank you, Lauren. Thank you, Kelly. Okay, that's good. Pouring in desperation through money is not good. No, it's not. Oh, man. It's all together. Let me see if I can pull it up on my other phone. And then we will jump into the EFT because I know that some of us are feeling a little anxious and I don't want to just leave you there. Okay? Yeah, it's all together. And my title is actually very funny, so just I don't know if you guys are gonna get the reference, but my sister, there's this creator that she's obsessed with, and he has like this funny catchphrase. So that's what the title is. So here's the title of the playlist. Um, and then my name on here is this. Before we tap in, please go ahead and drink some water. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, Lisa, hopefully this helps. Thank you, Nadi, for the donation. I appreciate it. Elena, hello, hello. Yeah, go with what feels good. I know that sounds very counterproductive and counterintuitive, but it's important to go with what feels good. There are different layers in how you can call in a new position. It's not just the traditional way of researching. There are other things to do based off of like astrology, based off of like human design and stuff like that. But we don't have time to like jump into that today. But it is something to remember. It has to feel good. Because I can't tell you that I've ever found a job where I have not felt good. Like when I'm stressed out, like, oh my God, I need it so badly, otherwise I can't afford my bills and things like that, nothing ever comes. Like nothing. And the more that you work on your well-being, the more that you align to, you know, the frequency of love, the frequency of abundance, you are no longer able to do what you've done before, right? Those other activities that are in a different frequency, they don't work in that frequency. So you have to sustain the feeling good energy in order to continue getting what it is that you were receiving. Otherwise, you don't get anything because you're no longer in this frequency. So we can drop down and start to like beat ourselves up and try to go back to the old ways. But for what I've experienced, I never get anything from using my old ways anymore at all. So, and sometimes I just wish, I'm just like, oh, just please, let me just do this so I can have this. And it's like, no, you got to feel good. You got to feel good because you know it works. And once you start feeling the blessings from universe, from God, when you start feeling that connection, it's undeniable. And you really don't want to have any other type of experience. And the universe supports that commitment to your well-being by ensuring that the only way for you to receive more is to either stay on the frequency you've elevated to or to get to a higher one. And there's a blessing in that because we don't want to revert back to our old ways that make us unhappy and misaligned, right? Okay, okay, okay. Kelly, Kelly, Kelly. Yay, so grateful I found you. I'm so happy you're here too. Yay! All right, perfect. We're going to get into the EFT because, again, I want to make sure I get you guys out of here in enough time. All right. And let's start with that. Please take a big sip of water. If you have not done EFT before, I'm going to briefly go over what it is and how it works. But water is super important. Please drink your water. EFT is called Emotional Freedom Technique or techniques, and it is simply the act of tapping on ancient acupressure points. And when you're doing that, you're speaking to the body in a language that it understands, and you're letting it know that if I'm talking about something that is negative, if it's stored in my body, I want it out of my body. I want it transmuted. I want it to be dissolved and no longer existing in me. And if you're tapping on things that are positive statements, you're saying these things that I'm talking about, yeah, replace that. I want these instead. I want my body to focus on this. As we're tapping, we're clearing out any trauma, any stored or stagnant emotions in the body, right? I spoke about this yesterday. There are no such things as energy blocks, but there are energy gaps, right? And when there's a gap, the energy is not flowing. Think about like a highway, right? All the cars would stop, but there's a huge gap between the next level. They're not going to try to hop over, right? But with energy, it's the same way. It will just stop and it'll back up and you'll feel that. You'll feel that through the sensation of frustration, of anger, of confusion, right? Not knowing what next steps to take, of anxiety, of feeling depressive, right? When you connect the energy, all of a sudden you're flowing again and your energy is able to do what it needs to do for you to process the experiences that you're having. EFT is a very efficient way of you doing that. By tapping on those acupressure points, you are rewiring your brain's neural system to support a new way of thinking, which is important. Connecting the mind, right, especially the subconscious mind, but also connecting the mind with the body, because you need both together in order to live a fuller life. It can't just be one thing and not the other. EFT helps you do both at the same time, and it's super easy and effective. Okay? Job I have now doing workshops, it literally fell in my lap. Yeah, same here. The things that I'm doing now, they just appeared. Yeah, I agree, Vita. You are deserving of all good things in your life. I could not agree more. Okay? Okay, beautiful. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go over the 9 tapping points and some alternative ways to tap for my sensitive people, and then we're going to jump right in. Okay? So, there are different ways to tap so that way you're not overwhelming yourself. The body is electromagnetic, so sometimes when we're tapping, it can feel like you're putting on a light switch, and that could be overwhelming. If you're a sensitive person, if you're someone that is considered an empath, you want to make sure that you're trying an alternative way so you do not overwhelm yourself. My intention is for you to feel good after this practice. So if at any moment during it you do not feel good, I want you to stop. And I want you to hug yourself. I know this sounds very silly, but this actually helps the body to calm down and take nice deep inhale exhales, okay? So you can tap traditionally, right? Or you can pulse. You can rub, nice circular motions. Or you can hover. If you're super sensitive, I want you hovering. The energy pathways flow within and around, so you're still touching them, even if you're not touching your body. And if you're very sensitive, you probably can already feel this, because I know I can feel this, okay? And here are the tapping points. We have the side of the hand where my tattoo is. You would tap here. We have the top of the head, the crown chakra. We have on either side the third eye chakra. You could do one hand or either side, both sides, doesn't matter. You would then trace the eyebrow, go to the side, the ocular bone, and you would tap here. You would follow underneath, tap here, under the eye. You would go under the nose, above the top lip, and tap here. You would go into the chin crease, and you would tap here. You would go to the collarbone, feel for your collarbone, and it's the space right underneath it. It might be a little tender, it might be a little soft, that's completely okay. You would lightly tap here. And then you would go underneath the arm. So you would follow the end of your armpit, and it's where the beginning of your rib cage is. For those that wear bras, it's where your bra strap would lie. And you would tap there. And you could tap. Either side, doesn't matter. Okay, you don't need to remember anything. You just need to watch me during the practice. If you do know the sequence already, you can close your eyes. Last but not least, there might be a sensation that feels really good to you. Like for me, tapping here feels really good. I like to call that my sweet spot. If you find that one point feels really good and you just want to stay there, I'd rather you just stay there. Your body knows what it needs. Okay? Okay, let's do it. I'm so excited. Okay, cash flow confidence. Tapping away money worries. It's going to be so much fun. Let's do it. Round 1, starting at the side of the hand, lightly tap, pulse, rub, or hover, whatever feels best for you, and repeat after me. And remember to repeat after me. Use your voice, because your voice is what your subconscious mind knows the most, and it will help you to reprogram anything you need to reprogram. Okay? Even though I've stored worries and doubts about money in my body, I deeply and completely accept myself and my commitment to gratitude and wealth in my life. And we're going to stay at the side of the hand and tap. Okay? Repeat after me. Even though I've stored worries and doubts about money in my body, I deeply and completely accept myself and my commitment to gratitude and wealth in my life. Beautiful. I'm going to go to the top of the head. Tap here. I lovingly release any fears or anxieties surrounding money, allowing abundance to flow freely into my life. Eyebrow. With each tap, I let go of any scarcity mindset, and I embrace a mindset of abundance and gratitude. We're going to go to the side eye. Beautiful. Even if there's been a lack of money in the past, I choose to shift my focus to gratitude for the money I do have. Under the eye, thank you for the money that has sustained me and enriched my life in countless ways. Under the nose, I easily release any feelings of envy or jealousy and welcome abundance with open arms. Chin, gratitude fills my heart as I acknowledge the abundance of money in my life, past, present, and future. Collarbone, I am open to receiving more money through gratitude and deep appreciation. Under the arm, I align myself with the flow of abundance, knowing that gratitude is the key to unlocking wealth in my life. Side of hand, even though I may have struggled with money in the past, I deeply and completely accept myself and my ability to transform my relationship with money through the power and magic of gratitude. Top of the head, I transform any limiting beliefs about money into a mindset of abundance and prosperity. Ooh, that was good. We're gonna do that one again. Top of head, I transform any limiting beliefs about money into a mindset of abundance and prosperity. Eyebrow, thank you for the money that has supported me and provided for me throughout my life. Side of eye, I dissolve any doubts or fears about my financial future, trusting in the abundance that surrounds me. Under the eye, gratitude fills my heart as I recognize the wealth of opportunities available to me. Under the nose, I am grateful for the money I have now, and I welcome even more with an open heart and mind. Chin, I affirm my worthiness to receive abundance and endless prosperity. collarbone. I am aligned with the energy of abundance. And I trust that the universe will provide for me in miraculous ways. Under the arm, resistance to receiving money no longer lives within me. I am now one with the flow of abundance, thanks to gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the endless supply, for the endless stream of money and abundance. And then I want you to bring your hands to your heart space. Close your eyes if it feels good, or soften your gaze to tune inward. Notice how your body feels. Notice if there's any softening. Maybe you've released tension around the shoulders or the lower back. That's where we store a lot of our frustration when it comes to finances. Notice how soft the body is beginning to feel. Maybe you notice that you're buzzing, or that you can't help but bring a smile to your face, or that your mind feels clear. Tap into that frequency. You are abundant. Your abundance is everywhere. Your abundance is everywhere you walk, any room you enter into. Your abundance is in your thoughts, in each breath you take. You're overflowing with prosperity. Money loves to be with you and near you and for you. And you love to utilize money to enrich your life and the life of others. You know exactly what to do with it when you have it. You are a blessing. Money is blessed to be in your presence. And so it is. Thank you so much for tapping in with me. And please let me know how you're feeling. Oh, thank you, Beta. I appreciate that so much. And please drink water, okay? Let me know how you're feeling before we end off today's live. It's so funny. So the recording for that EFT session, it was 10 minutes and 28 seconds, and that's my birthday, October 28th. So I love that. That's so much fun. I'm feeling happy, soul happy. I love this for you, Nia. Love you, Sia. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Lady D. I'm so pumped to get at my day. Michelle, I love this for you. TJ, I'm so relaxed, no tension. EFT, it's that girl. I love it. Asia, fabulous, just fabulous. Yes. Ah, Samantha, I love the energy. Money is blessed to be in your presence. It's such a mind shift. It is. Money is lucky to even know you. Never forget that. Okay? Money is lucky to know of your existence because you do great things with your money. You do great things with your finances. You are helping yourself live a beautiful life, and you help others live a beautiful life. Money's lucky to be around you. Never forget that. Feeling good. Thank you, Rahel. Feeling clear about what I'm doing. Yes, Kelly. Feeling energized. Thank you, fam. Anytime, Bridget. Thank you for your selfless words. Oh, and assurance in assisting us in this process. Gloria, anything I can do to help y'all, I will happily do, because again, this is helping me as well. That's why I wanted to do this 20-day journey with y'all, because I knew that us coming together is just going to provide something beautiful and magical. Um, and I'm just happy to be able to share it with such loving human beings, right? It breaks all of the stereotypes, all of the misguidance of the world that people can't come together, that we can't share and elevate each other's frequency without having to know each other. We're simply invested because we're human beings. We're good hearted people. I love that. And I love being here with you every day. I'm going to get my dollar bill to write on and carry my wallet. Okay, yes, Amy, I'm going to go grab. For those that have to leave, thank you so much for being here with me. I deeply appreciate you. For those that can stay on, I'm literally going to run and grab my dollar bill and show you guys what it looks like, okay? Nia, thank you. Lotus, have a beautiful day. See you tomorrow. Yes, day 6. Woo, woo, woo. Oh my goodness, I can't believe we're on day 6. It's so crazy. Daily practice and community is so incredibly helpful to me. I agree. I thrive on morning routine. So do I, Michelle. That's exactly why I set it up this way. I'll be joining another live to dance and shake off. Yes, Kelly, please do. Okay, let me go and grab my dollar bill for those that are going to be staying on, so you guys can see what it looks like. All right, 1 second. Woo. Okay, guys, I found it. I have so many and they're so old, so it might be really hard to see it, okay? Also too, this is like my little money spray that I make, and I literally spray it. It has cinnamon in it, it has patchouli oil, frankincense and myrrh. These are all very old, ancient herbs and oils that trigger this mind to know and to realize and witness money. I love to spray this on my dollar bills, so this is what it smells like. I just brought it so you guys can kind of see it. This is my homemade one, but I actually do have a setup. Okay, so here's my little affirmation that I have. Oh, the sunlight, really? Let me see if I move the camera because you guys are not gonna be able to see that. But it says, thank you for the money I've been given throughout my life. And it's right there. And this is like from a few years ago. Okay, here's my little dollar bill. I'm gonna put it here really quickly and I'll show you guys in a second. It is, there's tons of incense on it, all that good stuff. I'm gonna bring the camera over here to see if you guys can see it. Let's see if I bring it closer, if that helps. Okay, thank you guys for being patient. Here we go. Do you see it? Okay, but like on the end, I wrote it in green too. It's so hard to see because it's been like this I've had this for maybe like a year or so. And I always get it from like District 7 because apparently that's more potent, but whatever dollar bill you have is perfect. And the lighting is not helping to see it, but there's green lines here. And literally the affirmation is right here. It's literally all along. And it literally says, thank you so much for the money I received in my life. Continue to bless me for more. But you can write whatever it is that you want to write on it. I know that Rhonda has her own affirmation that she gives you to use that I've used before on previous dollar bills. But yeah, my little dollar bill. It makes me so happy to see it. And it literally, it's been on my altar, so there's tons of stuff on there. But yes. What did you write on it? I wrote, can you read it? Yes. Thank you for all the money I've received in my life. Thank you for the money on its way. Thank you for the money I have now. And it's really, really small. I wish I could have, I might honestly write it again since we're here. So, little green Sharpie. And I write on the edge of it. So then when I do circulate the dollar bill, someone's not telling me like, oh, you defaced it, I can't have it. Because it's like, there's affirmations on this. If anything is going to make it better for you, please. Let's write it again. Here we go. And even just saying the words thank you, thank you, thank you, and writing that on there will help as well. Like, it'll literally help you to just call it in right on the edges. And I write this on dollar bills. I have a whole bunch of them, but I also write them on $100 bills, right? Like, any chance I get, I'm affirming my money, and I am spraying my money. I am doing all the things because I'm like, look, these little rituals are fun, first and foremost, and they give me this sense of empowerment when it comes to my finances. So I'm always here for it. Okay. Thank you, Bridget. And I'm going to write down the affirmation here in the chat for y'all so you can like screenshot it. You can use that one. Okay. Okay, Vita, sending you guys so much love. Thank you so much, and I will see you tomorrow for day 6. Oh my goodness, we're almost there at a full week. Please have a beautiful day. Please remember that you are abundant. Please remember that money is lucky to be around you, and that there's so much to be grateful for in life. And I can't wait to chat with you all tomorrow morning. Okay? Bye. Thank you, Lady D. Yes, please visit. Please visit. Oh, yes, and I will definitely be sending love to your sweet pup. Okay? Have a beautiful day.